new show stealer of the strawweight division, Vanessa Demopoulos. Thanks for your time. How are you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm great. Still trying to get over the last weekend. A lot going on, a lot of excitement happening. I imagine it'll be very much the same for you. What are you doing? Are you on vacation? Are you back home? What's happening?
I'm finally back in Phoenix. So I was in Tulum for like just a few days. I had some fun, nice little vacation, but it's back to business for me.
So we're going to get on to the fight. We need to talk about the fight. A lot has happened, but if I may, it's been a whirlwind week since last week. So I just want to get your thoughts on how you're feeling. How are you processing what's happened over the last 7 days?
Man, you want to talk about a whirlwind? It's like so much has happened. It's like like all of my dreams came true at the same time. You know, like I won my UFC fight. Like I got a bonus. Man, a lot of like other like life stuff was like happening as that was going on. It's been an incredible few days, man. Incredible few days. Yeah, I'm still blown away by all of it.
Yeah, what's the most prominent takeaway? Because we know that a lot happened. It wasn't just a win. It's been a pretty much a media spectacle. There's been up all over the world, attention, headlines, all these celeb websites, TMZ. Everybody, are you managing to take it in? Is it still processing, not feeling real yet?
Man, it's so cool, dude. Like, I've worked my whole life for this, you know, like, and I literally just posted something on my IG because it was something Will Smith said. It's like, yo, like, you gotta be crazy to do the things that we're doing. Like, you gotta have just like blind faith because you can't see all of this. Like, you gotta know that it's gonna eventually happen and keep going for it and keep going for it. And, I think like for myself, like, this is something I prayed for so much, you know, something like I manifested, I meditated, like I've been wanting this for so long, and now that it's here, it's like it feels like I've been dreaming about it for so long that I was living it, and it's just so cool that it's a reality of mine now. It's really awesome.
Yeah. And was there any point, because we'll get into it, but this is not, you're not new to this. You've been fighting for quite some time. You've fought in a lot of different places, a lot of different organisations. Did you feel at any point giving up, or did you always have that self-belief that this was destined for you?
Yeah, I never wanted to give up, man. There was one point where I'd say there was about like an 8-month time period where I walked away from fighting, and it wasn't because I wanted to give up. I thought about it every single day. It was because I like got to a point where I was like, man, like all it's gonna take is for me to like sprain my ankle and I'm out. You know, like I would have been out of work, I would have been out of a career, and I was like, I should probably like exercise my mind a little bit and learn something about business. So I took some time to do that, and then I came right back to it. It's like they say, like think about something that like makes you cry. You know, like something that like when you think about not doing it, you're just like you're dying inside. And that for me was fighting, you know? So like I never wanted to walk away from fighting. Even if I wasn't like a fighter, I'd 100% just be in the gym every day being a martial artist.
And is that something that you've had since you were a child? Is that something that you accidentally got into? How did that come about?
Man, I've always wanted, like, when I was a kid, like, I remember asking if I could do karate, and it just wasn't, like, they didn't let me do it, but I wish they had. It would have helped me so much right now. I've always been a very active kid. I've always loved sports, you know, like, when I was in school, I played football, I skateboarded, like, I love it, man. Like, I've always just loved this stuff.
Yeah, awesome. So I just want to jump on to you're the woman of the hour now. Man of the hour has got to go to Joe Rogan as well. There's been a lot of stuff going on with Joe Rogan, certainly based on association with yourself. Now, it was very wholesome. The way you reacted, nobody's seen that coming. You reacted very wholesome. You acted just like many would be when we see someone like Joe Rogan. Um, you knew he was going to be appearing in the octagon, but did you just not expect him to be right behind you as you turned around? Was that just a total fan moment?
Yeah, I mean, he snuck up on me, you know, and it's like, I mean, it's the magnitude of like this Joe Rogan, like, you know, it was what it represented, and it's Joe Rogan, you know, like it's Joe Rogan, but also it's more of like that that I won my fight. That means that I was on a pay-per-view event. That means that, like, I just did something so spectacular that only, like, this much of the percentage of the entire world ever gets even a smidgen of the opportunity to do. And I did that shit, you know, like.
Yes, you did.
Yes, like that's where that came from, you know, and yeah, the excitement. It's like I'm already a really excitable person, you know, and then let alone like put some magnitude on it, like yeah, just like throw some sauce at it, like that's what happened.
It was really amazing to see. Now, did you worry for a moment that he wasn't going to pick you up, or did you know he was going to pick you up? You know he was going to play along with it.
I feel like Joe's a good guy, man. You know, like
Yeah.
he's always down for the ride, you know, like. So I felt really confident that he would totally pick me up. And I'm really glad that he did. I didn't have a plan B. So I was just going for it. Yeah.
Well, taken away from, of course, the title fights as well, I think that taken away from Francis Ngannou and what he done in his fight and the spectacular co-main event, I think pretty much you stole the headlines. As it says everywhere, I don't know how much you follow the news outside the US, but even in Europe and the UK, even all our main newspapers have got you on the pages as well, just talking and talking and talking about it. It's brilliant.
Let's go. I love you guys.
You've got a lot
I
more
do
fans over
represent
here.
Greece too. So
Yeah.
the UFC had me under the American flag this fight, but it's like I'm Greek, man. Like I speak Greek. I grew up there. I'll be there this summer, guys. Like I love it. This is so cool. I've been seeing a lot of the Greek websites, but where are you at in the world, by the way?
I'm based in Scotland.
What's up, Scotland?
Scotland, man.
Holler at him.
Have you ever been?
I've never been. I hear it's beautiful over there, though.
You been to the UK yet? No, nothing.
No, not yet. I gotta make my way.
Well, it would have been great. We've got a big UFC London card that's going to be happening in March. It would have been amazing to see you. Like he says, you got out that fight unscathed, spectacular fashion. So it would have been great to see you in London. But you never know, if you talk to the UFC, you can maybe jump along as a guest, maybe jump along, visit it. They've certainly got a lot of push behind you now for all the spectacular stuff that's been going on.
Oh man, someone put my name in the hat. I don't know how to do that, but I'm down for the ride, man. Let's go.
Well, we will try and begin the process now. Was there anybody that reached out, anybody apart from your typical fighters, that was surprising in the sense that you never expected them to reach out to you after your fight?
You know, it's like I gotta be honest, everything happened so fast, you know, and it was like it was overwhelming, you know, like one, I was excited and happy, but there were so many messages, and like I went through everybody. Like Joe Rogan follows me now, you know, like the UFC follows me now, and like those were like little tiny things. I was like, oh my god, you know, and a lot of people have like reached out and DM'd me and texted me, and I'm so blessed, man. You know, like life is really, really good. And I've always just like really loved life for everything that it was in that moment. And like right now I'm like, yo, like life was good, but life's really good. Like I'm just so grateful. So many people have reached out, and I've gotten back to as many people as I could get back to. And it's just, there's a lot. Yeah,
Best night of your fighting career, best night of your life?
for sure. Definitely. Yes. And my family was there with me too, and they got to
Oh,
experience
that's
the
even better.
moments, and I got to like give them big giant hugs and stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to beat,
So,
man. It's pretty hard to beat. But I have to make more moments moving forward too, right?
well, you've certainly, if we go by people that have taken an opportunity and taken it to the very top, I don't see many people doing it the way that you've done it, certainly based on the hype and the media hype that's been going on with that. So, kudos for that.
Thank you.
So, just moving on to the fights, you found a very tough opponent in Juarez. Now, we know this is very good with her hands. We got to see how good she was with her hands. You faced some adversity. Did you feel in danger at any moment? I mean, you were on the ground. People were concerned. We were getting worried about what would happen. Slick ground game. You pull out all the cards and totally dominate the fight to get the win. Did you see it going that way beforehand? Did you have confidence in your ground game at whatever would be thrown your way?
Yeah, the game plan was get it to the ground, you know. So,
Yeah.
man, and just like I said in the post fight interview, like I was on my feet. I was fighting, and I had confidence on the feet too, to be honest. She smacked me, and then I didn't even feel that part. It's like 1 minute I'm fighting, next minute, well, 1 minute I'm on my feet, next minute I'm on the ground. And I was like, how'd I get here? Did I take her down? Did she take me down? No? All right, jiu-jitsu. Like, it doesn't, I was like, I don't care how I got here. Like, I didn't realize that the fight was almost stopped. I didn't realize that I had battled any adversity. It's like, to me, I was just doing jiu-jitsu. Like, 1 second I'm on the feet, next second I'm doing jiu-jitsu. Like, and it was amazing when you watch it back. I mean, truly, like, if I'm going to take it down to a serious level, it was truly amazing watching it back and being able to see how I responded in that moment, because I gotta say, man, I spent hours and hours and hours on the mats. I spent hours doing like physical and mental training every single day. So it's like to know like that is my second nature. Like I don't have a quit in me. I am tough. And not just because of like my conscious decisions, but my unconscious decisions as well. Like I'm never gonna quit fighting, and that was really amazing to watch. It was really cool.
It was. Now, people who have followed you and watched you from your early days into LFA, into the UFC. Now, personally, do you feel that although you're regarded for your ground game a lot, do you think that you're underrated on the feet? Because I've seen a lot of wars that you've been in, Lupe Godinez, title fights, I've seen all that. JJ Aldrich as well. We've seen you really fight a lot of different people, showcase your skills on the feet as well. Do you feel that people maybe underrate you like that way? Do you feel that way?
I think they do. Absolutely. I've got some hammers as well. And I'm very skilled on the feet as well, and my last fight in the LFA, I had a 37-second TKO against another world-class striker. So, man, I got some comfort in these hands here, hey. Um, but man, the ground for me, like, that's my safer space. Like,
Yeah.
striking the ground. Like, I'm so much more comfortable down there. And I think that that's like a huge area that a lot of other people lack. Like, it's really I feel like it's almost easier to punch a bag than it is to go through the mental puzzles that you have to go through on the ground. There's a lot more options. There's a lot more puzzles, and it's really tricky down there, So, and that's where I've done most of my homework. But man, I can throw these things. I can throw these
You can.
things.
Diehard fans will be able to see exactly what you bring, and I would recommend people to maybe go and check out some of your old fights, certainly the LFA fights. The Godinez one's a personal favourite of mine.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you always bring it, and
Mm-hmm.
you always look good while you're doing it, and you live to tell the tale. And I just hope that people do get the chance to look and see not just the ground game, although you make the ground game very slick, you make it look very easy. I think that striking, people need to be keeping a good eye on that.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, that Lupe
Yeah.
fight, that one's crazy, man. It took me a little while to be okay after that one. I'm not gonna lie, but she's actually a great friend of mine now. I'm gonna go out and train with her soon. Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you trained with her? Did you train with her before this fight, or have you not? You've not met up before this fight yet?
No, we FaceTime all the time. Yeah. Like I call her up. We chat constantly. But it's like she was gonna come train with me, and then she had a fight, and then I was gonna train with her, and then I had a fight. So, but now I got some time, and she has a fight, so I'm gonna go say what's up.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's one of the really great aspects of the sport. Now, as I said, you fought a lot of people who are in the UFC now, like Cheyenne Lismas and Corey McKenna, Lupe Godinez and that as well. Now, do you notice just you fought them respectively before they were in the UFC, if you will, but do you feel that jumping from LFA to the UFC, are you noticing a difference in opponents, in skills and challenges? Are you feeling that it's a bigger test? We know that people always they say that that's the best place in the world, the best fighters. Do you notice a significant change between LFA up to the UFC in terms of abilities and challenges?
I can't give that direct perspective because it's not like I've been in the UFC for so long and had so many fights. But I definitely will say that it's like when you're in the lower ranking organizations, like you want to get with one where a lot of the fighters are going to the UFC. You know, I feel like up and coming in my career, I've never had an easy fight. You know, like I never had like easy opponents. All of my opponents have had winning records. You know, like they were undefeated at the time of fighting me, or like very good records. You know, and almost all of my fights have been wars. Like even the ones that people don't talk about, like, were absolute wars, you know? Like, I mean, I fought this one girl called the Nigerian Terminator, and, like, she was, like, her hands were, like, double the size of mine, and she looked like a Terminator.
I've seen her. She's known for it. She trains with AJ McKee and everybody at that gym. She's scary.
Yeah.
She's scary. Let's say that.
Dude, like, I've been to war, bro, so it's, like, to be in the UFC now, I'm like, nah, man, like, yo, like, I got this. Like, I've been here. Like, and I get to do cool things, like, have these wars, which I'm a fucking warrior, but now I get to, like, do cool things, like, win bonuses, you know, like, for the wars that I'm having. And, yeah, man, like, I'd say that you want to challenge yourself before you get here, though. You know, because, like, you do see a lot of people who, like, they get to the UFC and then, like, they drop off. And it's like, because you ain't never really been challenged before now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really grateful for the crazy experiences that I had before getting here, because it's like, what are you possibly going to throw my way that I haven't already endured and overcome? You know, I can't say that I've had a perfect record, but I can say that I've been through a lot of shit. And because of that is the reason why I'm going to continue to rise, because I know myself, I know my worth, and I know what I'm willing to endure, and I'm willing to go all the way to the top.
Yeah, and I think certainly if we're going by fighter experience and records, getting a fast track to the UFC, I mean, not to say the Contender Series is a fast track, but based on people like you fought in the Contender Series, you've had a bit of a taste, went back to the drawing board, if you will, and gained a lot more experience, a lot more momentum, then went back in there. So anybody listening to this as well, it's not always about getting there right away. It's about lessons learned along the way. I mean, great record, but we know that some losses in that, it's more a lesson to be learned more than anything. So I think the way you've done it, very inspiring on the basis that a lot of people can learn from it. Not always about getting there first, but as you said, it was meant to be. You were going to end up there. It was a no-brainer.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
So another big change that's going to be happening. So not only are you in the UFC, you've done what you've done, but you're also now, for the first time, if I'm right, you're about to be a full-time fighter now. You've, of course, it's been reported everywhere. Everywhere that you've had a lot of jobs to kind of get to where you need to be. Exotic Dancer's one that's every man and their dog are talking about it. They're talking about what you've done to get there. Now, how does it feel then? Such a career, like I've heard you talk about it fondly on the basis that it's been a good career. It's helped you in ways for your fighting career, albeit in a lot of different manners, like jiu-jitsu, such disciplines like that. Is it feeling a bit bittersweet, although you're getting to pursue the ultimate goal? For someone that you've been doing for so long, do you feel a bit bittersweet moving on?
Not at all, man.
Not at all?
Not even a little bit. It's like, you know, I've been at the answer since I was 18 years old. And it's like, it's a catch-22. Like, there's a lot of stigma that comes with being an entertainer. And as much as I love dancing, like, it was the entertainment part. Like, it was, but yeah, like, I'm not going to miss it. You know, like, I love dancing and I'll always dance. I'll dance on my way to the octagon, you know,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
yeah, I'm not going to miss the job part of it for sure. Yeah, I'm so happy with my new full-time career as a fighter. Like, let's go. That's another dream come true that got to happen on Saturday night. You know, it's like, I got to finally do the thing that I loved doing for so long, and I get to do it full time now and just put all of my energy into it. Like, man, I've dreamed of this. And it's here. Let's go.
And one of the most remarkable and perhaps exciting aspects of it is that you being, let's just say, full-time fighter on the basis that you fought a lot, but if we're talking about what you've been able to prepare and contribute for your own growth and progress. Now you're full time. We've not even seen the best of you yet. You're only going to grow and grow with all that extra time, you know. So that's insane.
Thank you. It's so true though, man. It's like I've been operating on like 30% all these years, you know. It's like I've been splitting my time and splitting my attention. Like now, like, oh my God, I get to sleep at night. Like what?
Yeah.
Like I get to recover on the weekends instead of doing another 3 workouts because that's what my job was essentially, was another workout. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's madness. It's madness, and I'm so excited to see how we develop moving forward, you know.
What did you spend on your bonus? Did you get a chance to invest in something, buy something you've never been able to get before due to getting a nice bit of money?
I've had a few good dinners, and
Awesome.
I'm definitely going to use that money to invest it into other things to allow the money to continue to make more money. I'm huge on investing, man. You know, I'm huge on, first off, I've always invested in myself, you know, in my
Yeah.
career. And now that it has invested back into me, I get to make more money with that money. You know, I think that's so important. It's something that a lot of fighters maybe lack a little bit. You know, they get stuck in their careers and they feel like they have to fight. They have to fight. And of course, like I do it because I love doing it. But yeah, I'm gonna put this money, particularly right now, in the forex. I've been studying charts and stuff for a long time now, so I'm really looking forward to letting that accrue and maybe buying a few cars and doing some turos and investing in Airbnbs. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
just know that I'm a smart cookie up here, guys. You know, I'm a smart cookie. I'm gonna do some shit.
Well, certainly smart to get to where you've gotten to just now. So I just want to check, right? When are you hoping to get back in the
Man,
cage?
I don't know right now, to be honest with you. You know, I know that the UFC book's really, really far out,
Yeah.
and I can't fight for at least 45 days, so like a month and a half. And yeah, you know, I'm enjoying right now and enjoying the moment. I have no idea when I'm going to fight again. I was just talking to my manager about this earlier today, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
And the manager's not trying to maybe float the idea of getting you back in? No?
Oh, no. We're going to get me back in there soon. You know, I want to fight a few times this year, like 3 to 4, 4 for sure. If I have anything to do with it. So, yeah, but you know, there's a lot of moving parts, guys. There's a lot of moving parts.
So it's a very cliche way to look at stuff. You're a fan of the sport. You'll have analysed your division to an extent on the way in. What are you thinking about the competition? Like, if we're looking at who you can fight next, I'm seeing a lot of people floating around your shores, if you will. But Tabitha Rishi and fighters like that, is that a teammate of yours?
Yeah, I used to train with Tabitha. We trained together almost every day for a long time. For her last fight, I actually went out to Vegas
Yeah.
to like help her through fight week.
So I'm looking at potential opponents that you could be fighting as well. I mean, people like Tabitha, Ashley Yoder, are those people that you would fight, that you would be down to fight?
I would be down to fight Ashley Yoder.
Yeah.
We were actually supposed to fight initially, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, things happen, and then now I ended up fighting Silvana. But yeah, I've never trained with her before. But Tabitha, I would not fight Tabitha unless like one of us had the belt and the other one's
Yeah,
trying
of
to get
course.
it. Then that's like you know what? I respect you, but I get it, you know. And I feel like I've trained with a lot of people, particularly like a few people who are in my weight class right now. And it would be really difficult to fight someone who I trained so closely with, you know? Like, there's got to be something really major on the line for us to fight each other.
Well, most people who talk like that, it is always down to belts. It's only if it comes to a breaking point and an absolute, and there's no other way to go about it. But um, I certainly hope to see you getting in there very soon. I hope to see you having a very, very active and busy year. You seem like a ball of energy. You want to get back in there now, you know?
I am a ball of energy.
It's the best way to be. So if you could sum up then the last 12 months, how would you sum it up in a word?
Man, this is so crazy. My girlfriend just asked me earlier, my friend, who she's like, well, where were you 1 year ago? And I was like, honestly, I was homeless. You know, like I was sleeping out of my car. All of my stuff was in someone's garage, and I was getting kicked out of my gym at the time. There was a lot of drama. You know, I didn't have anywhere to work because of COVID. And I was getting ready for my fight in the LFA because my fight was in March, I believe. So it's like, it was definitely one of the most trying times that I had been through. And that was 1 year ago, you know? So like, if you want to talk about all of the things that have happened in 1 year and sum it all up, I think the only way I can say that is dreams come true. You know, like if you really want it, if you really believe in yourself and you can, dreams come true, you can make it, you can do it. But you gotta believe in you, you know, no one else is gonna see this vision except for you. So go get that shit. Yeah.
True self-belief, and I can't think of a better person to be advocating and spreading that message after turning things around, full circle, and sky's the limit.
Thank you so much. It is the limit. Let's go get it. Let's touch the sky, baby.
So, just before I wrap up, who do you want to give a shout out to? Have you got any sponsors, any people along the way that have helped you in this journey you want to give a shout out to?
My gosh, huge shout out to Iridium. That is my management team. Like, I can't do anything without those guys. You know, like, thank you guys so much. Shout out to Rove, and shout out to Big Biz. So go Big Biz, because they really helped to sponsor me for this fight and helped me to be able to focus a little bit more on my time. So come check me out, Lil Monster Demo on Instagram. I'm a little wild and crazy most of the time. So, and it's a fun adventure.
Well, I'm sure that many people will be checking you out. Lil Monster Demo. MMA Gains, have you heard of MMA Gains? It's a really great Instagram page. They've got, I'm not a personal rep, it's not my page by the way, but I know who they are, and they've been kind of following your journey. They've been following the following list, if you will, and from last week, your following list is just going up and up and up, and long may that continue, and I appreciate you taking the time to come on.
Of course. Thank you so much, man. And
all the best.
Everybody who's watching this, you guys are awesome. I love you all. Thank you, guys. Be amazing.
You take care and enjoy, and thank you.
Thank you.